My name is Antonio Wesley, and I work at Minnesota Performance. My role at the shop is pretty much work on anything that's needed, not specific to any particular brand whatsoever. I'll work on any brand, import, domestic, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, doesn't matter. If it's got an engine, I'll work on it. The thing that I enjoy the most about it is it's not the exact same thing over and over and over again. We work on so many different cars, or I should say I work on so many different cars here. Could be working on an Audi one day, working on a Mercedes, like Corvettes, Challenger, Charger, newer, older, doesn't matter. It always keeps you on your toes, always keeps your mind going. You don't get bored with the same thing over and over and over and over again. It keeps things interesting, keeps things fun. Coolest modification I think I've worked on was probably the first vehicle that I worked on here. We had a Jaguar F-Pace SUV. We did upper, lower pulley on it, injectors, catback exhaust, high flow cats on it. It wasn't much, but it was my first step into the performance world, actually working at a performance shop. I've done things in my garage, stuff like that to help people out, but actually saying that I finally made it here working at a performance shop, to me, that was the coolest thing. That made me happy, so yeah. Dream car. Working in the performance industry, you kind of think about random things that would be kind of cool, put together here, put together there. I don't know if it's because I'm probably the oldest guy in the building, but I like the old cars, and well, I go fast, the kids going to go right along with dad. So probably something that's been on my mind lately over the last like 6-8 months is doing like a 63, 64 C10 Suburban, and Sam's got me wanting to do an LT4 in it with the blower on it. So I think that's probably my next dream, is doing something like that. Full-size SUV, slammed, lowered, blower, 2-wheel drive, and all the horsepower it can take. Yeah, that's my new dream. If my tools could talk, I'd probably say, God, I hope he doesn't leave me somewhere under a dash or leave me under the hood somewhere. But yeah, that's probably the one thing. Always seem to find myself forgetting where I placed a tool. I've gotten a lot better at getting organized with my tools, but I always seem to misplace that, not that 10 mil, that 8 mil socket. That's the one that seems to keep finding its way out of my socket rail, is that 8 mil, not the 10 mil. I got all the 10 mils, 3/8, 10, yeah, got all of them. For some reason I have extra 10 mils, and I don't know why. If our shop was a car, what would it be? It'd be one of those things where it doesn't really have a specific name, because it's one of those things where if you could put a B58 in a Lambo with a Pro Touring suspension on it, with room for 4, you'd probably be getting close to it, but there's not really one specific car that I could probably label this place, because it's definitely high powered. It's definitely fast paced. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Funny or memorable stories here, probably I'm gonna have to say it's 2 things. One, we have a weird obsession with chips. It's weird. There's been a couple of times where 1 or 2 of us have shown up and we've compiled like $30, $40 worth of just different random chips, and we've all shared them throughout the day. That's happened a few times. Probably another big memorable one, I'd have to say, is Dyno Night last year. When we got started, we were fully only expecting maybe a few hundred people here. And if you've ever been to the building here, this is a pretty large building, and we're off in the corner in the shop here. Our Dyno Night shut down the entire building. I took a walk around the building. There was probably the better part of 2,000 people here that night. And that morning, because we pulled the last car off the rollers at like 5:15 in the morning, and we started at 5 p.m. That was a long day. It was a hot day. So I'd say those are probably the two most memorable things here. Dyno Night and chips. Yeah, chips. Yeah. Yeah. The fact that we got two Jorges here and we refer to one as Georgie.
And you have two Hussein now, right?
Yeah, and now we got two Husseins here in the building. Yeah, we got two Husseins in the building now.
So we need another Antonio.
Yeah, you know, another Antonio wouldn't be bad. I mean, yeah.